Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we're talking Real Housewives of Atlanta, and the ratings are in. We're going to get right into it. So as y'all can see, shout out to Bravo Ratings. The ratings for episode 5, About Last Night, is the second least watched episode of the season. The second least watched episode of the season. Let me tell you why. So last week, the ratings were 560,000 views, series low, lowest viewed episode of the season. This is the second least viewed episode of the season because this came in, it only increased by 60,000 views, y'all. It only increased to 60,000 views. And then the demo went up. It was 0.12 last week, and the demo went up to 0.14. But even that is also low because the demo, for the most part, too, the episodes started off strong at 0.18, and then it dropped to 0.16, and then it went down to 0.17, and then it went down dramatically to 0.12. And so then it ticked back up to 0.14. And then the ratings itself started off, the season premiere had 723,000 views. The second episode had 672,000 views. That's more than this past Sunday. The season premiere is more than this past Sunday. The episode 3 had 638,000 views. So that's more than this past Sunday. So again, it only went up 60,000 views, y'all. And this is why I'm saying, like, people want to say, oh, Kenya's the reasons the ratings are down. No. The ratings have been on a decline, y'all, since Nene left. And there was a lot of backlash, I don't think y'all recall, the past couple of seasons because people didn't like the isolation tactics and the alliance tactics that was taking place, and people were not interested in the show. And I didn't understand dragging the ratings at this point with Kenya and everything because Kenya's been featured in all the episodes that the ratings are being dragged for. She may not have been the focus like she was last night's episode, but she still was in the episodes. And then the other side is that this was a Kenya-centric episode. So where was Team TWIRL? Y'all should have cracked open 700,000 views. At least. The way everybody's going hard in the paint on social media of it all, where were y'all? Y'all said y'all were all going to tune in and drive the ratings up, and that this past Sunday's episode was going to be the season finale for Team TWIRL. Where were you? Where was Team TWIRL if this is the second least watched episode of the Sweet 16 season? Can you make it make sense? Can you make it make sense? Now, again, we can dissect this. We can talk about till we're blue in the face about the pros and the cons of the season. But the fact of the matter is live ratings still matter. Even Beverly Hills, their second part of their reunion, I think went up to another season high, had 971,000 views. So I don't want to hear that people aren't watching reality TV or people are sick of reality TV when I believe that 90 Day Fiancé is still like one of the top reality shows on Sunday nights. And then people still tune in. People still watch The Bachelor. People still watch Survivor. People still watch The Amazing Race. People still watch American Idol. People still watch The Voice. So it's not reality TV per se. But the fans for years have been tuning out of these shows because these shows need to revamp. They need to revamp. They need to take out, some of these housewives need to take out their egos, need to check the egos in at the door, need to stop with the fake storylines, need to stop trying to cater to, Twitter fans and Instagram fans and just be themselves. Stop coming on the show with preconceived notions if you're a newbie of what you've seen on previous housewives and then sit on ready, trying to have a moment, trying to have something go viral for yourself. It never ends well. But there's several areas, in my opinion, that the show can improve. I honestly believe, if they were just going to do a full-on revamp, they should have just did a full-on revamp and recentered the show around Shamea and Portia, because it sounded like they were unsure about Drew, is what it sounded like. And then Kenya, it sounded like she was on thin ice to begin with, since, they didn't bring back Kandi, they didn't bring back Sheree, and everything else. But none of the last y'all, something has to give. Something has to give. They should have just went all in on a revamp and either just had only left with Portia and Shamea, or I don't know. But this isn't working. This isn't working. And I know some people like Angela, want to give Angela a chance and all this and that. But I feel like the more these episodes go on, the less I know about her, because she keeps giving partial stories. She keeps coming in at different points of the story, trying to, invoke sympathy from the fans. But Wendy Williams is telling a whole nother narrative. And that's tea from the pandemic. And it's like, you have no problem, though, being the Sheree of the season, being the bone carrier, being the one that's kind of playing both sides and being the instigator. But where do you really stand when it is all said and done? And then some people, yes, like Kelly. Some people, but then some people are kind of feeling away about Kelly because they're like, on one hand, yes, you defended your friend. But then on the other hand, you're alleging that you never heard the GUN comments made by your friend. And then also, furthermore, you just did a post, you did a slide deck talking about, it's humbling. Basically, this isn't verbatim, but basically said it was humbling. The person that you used to be cool with or used to be good friends with is now the person that everybody hates, is now humbling. But why were you falling on the sword for a friendship that you just made 5 minutes ago? I'm so confused, y'all. I'm so confused. And I just don't know ultimately what is going to come of Phaedra coming back. Because I feel like there's such a stain on this show. There's such a stain on this season. I just don't know what people are anticipating, what people are expecting. I'm guessing, according to Shamea, Phaedra came in with a fun and fresh attitude. It wasn't, anything negative or trying to sabotage or trying to take people down. Maybe she was trying to be a bright spot for Portia. I don't know. And maybe they thought, reviving Frick and Frack was going to be, whatever, right? But I just don't know where the show goes from here. I don't know if they're going to take another long hiatus. I don't know if they're going to do a full-on reboot. I don't know what the plan is. But what I do know is the way things are going is not positive. This was supposed to be the big ta-da. This was supposed to be the climax of the season. This was supposed to be the build-up that everybody was talking about in the trailer, and it flopped. It flopped. It did not deliver on the ratings. It was the second least watched episode. So nonetheless, where do we go from here? Bravo's already leaking, scenes for this upcoming Sunday. We're still dealing with the fallout of this past Sunday, and they're already trying to move ahead and move forward to new episodes. No. We got to get to the bottom of this Kenya thing. Because, like I said in a previous video, everybody is in CYA mode. Everybody's trying to cover themselves. Some people are afraid to speak out. Some people are trying to conceal their identities and protect production. We've got Kenya lashing out at Andy's show and the co-host on his show and everything else. Like, it is just a hot mess. We got Portia now on YouTube trying to push her narrative, because Shamia's been on YouTube, at least for these past couple of weeks, doing videos, and now comes Portia. So it's a very strange time. It's a very wild time, but nonetheless, Real Housewives of Atlanta needs to get back to the drawing board. It needs to get back to the drawing board. The viewers are not dumb. The viewers are not going to fall for fake storylines. The viewers are not going to fall for anything that's contrived. The viewers are not going to fall for people making threats. The viewers are not going to fall for anything that resembles anything related to sex or nudity or corn or anything. People are not trying to see any of that. People are not trying to feature any of that, and I have no idea why we even have to make this disclaimer in 2025. Make it make sense, y'all, but nonetheless, the way the show is going, it cannot continue on. It cannot continue on the path and the trajectory that it is going unless Bravo intentionally is sabotaging the season, because nothing else makes sense at this point. But one thing is for certain, and two things for sure, is people are not tuning in. People are not tuning in when it is Sunday night at 8 p.m. They are finding other shows to watch. They are streaming other shows, and they may kick in and watch this another day. But nonetheless, either way, it's impacting the live ratings. It's impacting the advertisers. It's impacting what that trickle-down effect is what they can offer these housewives. And that is part of the reason why, Britt is still there. It's cheaper to keep her. They're not paying Britt, allegedly, the $1 million a season that some of these seasoned housewives are making. So nonetheless, but there's a lot of moving parts. Allegedly, there were investigations. Allegedly, the conclusion of the investigation was they made that decision to cease filming with Kenya for the rest of the season. But nonetheless, the ratings are telling you that even with Kenya on this show, these first 5 episodes, it still is not enough to bring in the eyeballs. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.